Lots of different countries being spat out at the moment, I think. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure this is going to be Russia. Isaac Msalam, thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome to the channel. Good to see so many of you here today. Hello. And yeah, we're just frozen at the moment because, like I said, pretty sure they're trying to release Russia at the moment. And we have the spinning circle of death while that occurs. There it is. We now have... yeah. A German puppet in Russia. And now all of these troops are going to be crashing into France, which is already losing pretty heavily. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they won against Russia. Seeing how much of a number Russia had done on the Ukraine. Usually it's the Ukraine that does most of the fighting against the Russians for the Reichspakt. Did I get the new CPU yet? Yes, a couple of months ago. And it is performing admirably. Albania's capitulated. Serbia took out Albania. Brazil looking grim. Yeah, let's not look it over there. That's not looking good. Like at all. Alright, you have got more forces, which I would like to command.
All in. Attention. Ready, sir.
Alright, put those on the front line as well, and I think I do need to start training a couple more of these. And there we go. Right, that was construction speed, so let's get concentrated industry for even more industrial power. Huzzah! And we are going to, yeah, because I thought we might be repairing stuff. I don't want to repair that stuff. I want to build more. Our infrastructure here is really good. Michigan's infrastructure, not so much. Right, well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this to level 8. And then we're going to militarize the living daylights out of this whole area, because there are so many build slots there. Nice. Project Plow. Done. And now we can establish the special branch. There's another avenue of warfare outside of that on the battlefield. It's been proposed that we establish a special branch of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, aided by MI5 veterans living in Canada, and ensure that our counterintelligence efforts are second to none. And let's see what's happened here. Creedhane, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime resubscription, coming in with a 2-month resub. Thank you very much for that, Creedhane. Very much appreciate it. And I'm also seeing that we're getting some shoutouts. I'm going to split these up a little bit because getting 2 in a row is tiring. Jackson, we have a shoutout for Jackson. Jackson, as I mentioned yesterday, highly reminiscent of Stonewall Jackson. So I'm going to need to try and come up with something other than the fact that your name sounds like Stonewall Jackson. And I'm going to say that you sound like a city somewhere in America. I know that there is a Jackson in America. Jacksonville. Jacksonville. Somewhere? I know there's a Jacksonville. Jackson! Here we go. There's a Jackson right there in Mississippi. So, Jackson, clearly such a special persona that not only is he a great general, but Jackson is also worthy of having an entire city named after him. So there we go. Huzzah and all hail to Jackson. Jackson. Hail Jackson. Who owns Florida? That's Portugal. Alright, cool. And Kalinus will get you in 15 minutes or so. Like I said, I don't want to just cluster the entire stream with them again like we did yesterday, because that got more than a little bit much. That tea is getting kind of cold. Now we have the retake the home isles decision. Gain war support. In 30 days we declare war on the Union of Britain. And did Austria ever get involved? Yeah, Austria's involved now. Because the Italian Federation is, and they are allied to the Austrians. So that's why Italy has just collapsed. I think the Commune of France is going to collapse soon. So, France, I will accept your invitation. And now we need to start thinking more seriously about protecting my supply lines and also bringing the navy and the recon over to Brittany. And I would also like to start building Crusaders once more. Because it's time to start thinking more seriously about going after the Union of Britain. Alright. Kaiser Wilhelm II is dead. Like the day after the Canadians declared war on Britain. Wilhelm II, the German emperor, has died of a pulmonary embolism in his home today. One of the last monarchs of the 19th century, Wilhelm II tried to continue the legacy of European greatness and world leadership. He initiated the policy of Weltpolitik, which bore fruit after the Weltkrieg as Germany became the foremost power in the world. He was the last leader of the old school, a bulwark against radicalism, a rallying point in the war, a stable leader in unstable times. With his death, Crown Prince Friedrich Wilhelm will ascend the throne as Wilhelm III. More of a modernizer and an extremist than his father, his succession marks a sea change in German politics and diplomacy. How German partners and rivals will react is as yet unknown. But what is sure is that with Wilhelm II's death, the long waning of the 19th century is finally complete. And then immediately restored when Edward declares war on the radicals. Oh, and apparently a bunch of my minions went in the war, so let's go and invite them. Union of Britain's lost 1.5 million, Commune of France has lost 3 million. Ouchies. Yeah, I have 129 factories. Britain has 160, France has 161. Germany probably has about 300, 400. Okay, they're quite strong. Right, so, recon. I want you to reconnoitre those areas, and then the strike force I want there. Furthermore, tactical bombers, I want those active in that region. And hell, if I have scout planes available, I'll send them as well. I do. Some. So we're going to add all of the scout planes. We're going to say I want you to be a unit of 50. We're then going to grab you, split you in half, put half of you here, half of you here. And that should be good. We'll do all of the things. We are also going to deploy these guys in your command. Actually, one of you needs to go there. Alright. And then we have a bunch more of you in training. That's good. So what are we short on? Still on support equipment. We have loads of motorized. Armoured cars we're doing decently. We have a decent number of medium tanks now as well. So I think... do I have any other units that could be upgraded?
Listen up.
No. So we do just need to start recruiting a couple more motorized brigades. We'll say another 4. I think that will keep us going for a bit. And we could also add another... No, we can't, because we have no experience available. Can we integrate the New Englanders? Not yet. I'm hoping that once we've unified the whole of the United States, we'll be able to. Except we won't, because what I really want to do is the Union of Interests, which I think integrates them. But they're not an independent state, they're a puppet. So I think they're forever going to be a puppet. And we will need to decide what we want to do with the PSA when we conquer it. Are we going to take it as a puppet? Are we going to feed New England, say, more, and then keep the rest for ourselves? Are we just going to take it all for ourselves? Are we going to give it all to New England? I haven't decided. Wait, did we just lost our recons? God damn it. You guys aren't supposed to be fighting. Well, we're getting some Revengi at least. Alright, so we just got a whole lot of upgrades for the spy agency. We got commando training, we've got localized training centers, and also... Nope, not cryptology. That's it. Next up, we can contact the loyalists. I don't want to do that just yet. War propaganda. We'll increase the strength of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, actually. Gives us more political power. A lot more political power. Recruitable population factor and war support. That's actually quite good. Oh, this gives you a supply... oh, no, let's focus on the army. We don't want to do the focuses until I've decided which way I actually want to go. But this sounds good. We'll do that. The new Canadian Broadcasting Corporation has been a great success. It reaches everywhere across the nation, and now they are proposing that we use that to our advantage. The CBC's programming can be turned towards spreading propaganda and firing up Canadians for the cause. Become Spy Master. Now that's sounding like more of a thing that we should probably do. Yeah, alright. Because the Entente is actually pretty good. And we have a lot of members. Billy Bishop dies in a accident. Billy! Canadian fighter ace and hero Billy Bishop was killed in an accident today when his plane collided with another plane over the airfield in Regina. He will be truly missed. Oh, I lost him as a airfield... Chief Air Force, didn't I? I think. Oh, we could upgrade our close air support even further. We should probably do that. And we should also definitely get the ship designer. Although there are probably more ship designers available down the ship tree, which we haven't even started on. We definitely need to. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! Slow down there. The big fight is happening. This is the Canadian fleet versus the Union of Britain fleet. 13 capital ships against my 9, 94 supports against my 45, and we're running. I'm not surprised. That's a few. Although we have definitely left a bit of a mark on them. We've sunk way more than we've lost. We lost 2 destroyers. I'll call that a good result. We lost 2 destroyers, they lost 17 destroyers. Considering we were heavily outnumbered, well played. Right, here's a question. France, how many dockyards do you have? 18. You know what? That's actually reasonable. So I will allow you to repair in their ports. I will send basically all of you, except for the HMS Majestic, which is probably the only ship not to have taken any damage, off to repair. Was the pride of their fleet a submarine? Was it? I didn't see that. Alright, so we'll head off and repair. And we'll also tell you to go home for a short time. Okay. Oh, and my submarine's actually fighting. Wow, okay. We're actually intercepting stuff. I must admit I had not expected that. Oh, they must be trying to buy from the PSA. Traitorous sods. Alright, new research. That's the Scout Plane 2 finished. I think those are all done. We're in 41. Let's get the light tank upgrade so we can add those to our divisions, because we are using light tanks for recon. Almost August, and then there's 1 month left. Exiles at work. The British exiles have been hard at work in the Dominion of Canada, attempting to augment the country's industrial base. I'm going to take an off-map military factory. And we need to upgrade to the modern scout plane. And we also need to buy in some more steel, which we're going to we're going to continue getting from the PSA for now. Because again, it's just building up the industry that we'll eventually be inheriting. What do we need more of? What are we very short on? Support equipment and SPGs. Okay. So we'll go up to a 5 for you. And then once that's done, we'll get the SPGs. And we are still working on the infrastructure upgrades. Once those are done, we'll start industrializing really quickly again. Marvellous. PSA is asking for it. We should have helped Huey. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's true. We do also want to upgrade MPs. You're not wrong. How is the occupation going? Okay, so the occupation in many places is going quite well. Wow, something is really bugged here. At least previously I was able to choose what the occupation law was going to be. I can't even do that anymore. Yeah, we do need oil. It's probably because a lot of my surface fleet is sailing. In fact, I think we could probably do with some steel now too. Some more steel. Okay. Alright, August. I don't even know if they're actually going to declare this war. They might just justify it. Because I'm so numerically superior to them. And they still haven't recovered, like, at all. They are still on volunteer only. And also civilian economy. Oh, bloody hell, look how weak these units are. No, it's only a couple of them, but still. Oof. It's a bug in vanilla. If there are no cores at all in the state, then occupation doesn't work properly. But in vanilla, every state has cores except for random islands around the Falklands. You did mention that earlier. It just seems to be getting worse, because before at least I could set up compliance. Wait. Oh, wait. No, how did I lose 3 light cruisers out there? Oh, they must have been light cruiser escorts. Okay. Which probably tried to sail somewhere else to get repaired. Huh. Alright. Oh, naval battles going on. Their destroyers against my submarines. So the Union of Britain's being really quite aggro. Mexico? Ooh, that changes things slightly. Mexico could be a problem. Although they're unlikely to get military access through the PSA. But as soon as I have a border with Mexico, the war continues into Mexico. I'm just hoping that most of the Mexican troops are abroad. But we are dealing with the Mexican Navy. Does Spain ever do well? Yeah. I mean, at the moment I think they're doing fine. It's just that they're not being supported by anyone else. There's a couple of Indians here, which is a little surprising. I'd think they'd have their own problems. And most of the French are up here in the north, as are the Portuguese. Yeah, Portugal's not supporting them, which is surprising. Portugal was, they'd probably be kicking ass. Yeah, why are you supporting the war abroad? You really need to be fighting Baratia at the moment, Dominion. Oh, you're also fighting against Iran. Wait, Iran? Oh, we're at war with Egypt. Well, that accounts for a lot of the distraction, and Spain has all of their troops guarding against Morocco for some reason. This war has become a bit weird. Also, why is the music stopped again? March the Eagles? Yeah, of course it is. Might of the Soviet Union. They don't exist. Let's not play that. Cloak and Dagger. That sounds more reasonable for this game.
Ready to move. Commands.
You're at war with Egypt because Saudi Arabia attacked Muscat. Gotcha. Okay, it is now the 20th of August. When does this actually finish? 6th of September. So I think on the 20... No, I think I'm just going to stop training now. We'll get our organization back. We'll make sure that we're properly entrenched. We're ready for this fight. Did Monty ever get any experience for upgrades? No. Getting pretty close to infantry leader, though, which is nice. And here we go. We can recruit a new agent. An infiltrator seduce. Actually, that's a really potent combination. Infiltration, effectiveness, and risk, minus 25, 25, and then another one. So it's basically a 50% bonus with this character. That's huge. Alright, you're going to start spying on the British, because I want to see what they're doing. And it is also half past, which is when I promised to do the shout-out for Colinus. So, Colinus, you are going to be given... Even though you didn't even ask for it, because you very frequently ask for carriers to be named after you. We don't have a carrier, but what we do have are some dreadnoughts. So I'm going to name the HMCS Majestic after you, Colinus, in acknowledgement of how awesome you are. You are definitely one of the most frequent viewers on this stream. You are also one of the main users of the awesome chat channel over on my Discord, which doesn't nearly get as much use as Ben Magnus's VIP channel, which I'm always a bit curious about. Why is that? But thank you very much for all of the support and everything that you give to us. And chat, I'm going to request most humbly that we can all hail Colinus. Colinus, hail Colinus. It is time to hail Colinus. So thank you very much, Colinus. Huzzah for Colinus. Libya has capitulated. Henri VI has announced the cowardly Libyan nation can no longer withstand the pressure. So France is kicking ass and taking names in Africa right now. That's good.